Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about Advocate Ramsipil. Guys, I'm so proud of that man. I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of my head too. I'm so proud of my head too. But I'm so proud of that man, Advocate Ramsipil Nkosiyami. He has grown, guys. He has grown. Listen, the man is doing the things that need to be done. Okay, in that courtroom, he fights for his client like nobody's business. He's not going to let anyone derail him whatsoever. The fight that he has put on, Ramsipile, my brother. Now, guys, I've been like rooting for Ramsipile for a very long time. I've been one of those people that had hope in him. I've seen that no man, this guy is good. This guy is from the onset. Esa tatazela, he was too respectful at that time. He's still respectful even now, but he's raised well, guys. That guy doesn't know. No man, he's not ratchet like Tina. Me, I'm a ratchet bitch. Ramsipila is a soft spoken man, but still, even now, he's still soft spoken. But he will tell you futek. He will tell you futek in a very respectful man. I love it, man. Oh, I love it. I like how he has become. Now, this hey, Ramsipila is young guys. So, what makes Advocate Ramsipile's evolution inside the Senzo Meyiwa trial so fascinating is that many courtroom watchers genuinely witness a lawyer growing in real time under extreme national pressure. Under extreme national pressure, guys. At the beginning of the trial, a lot of people underestimated him. Not because he lacked intelligence, not because he lacked legal understanding, but because his courtroom temperament looked very cautious. He appeared restrained, overly deferential, hesitant during interruptions, and at times emotionally overwhelmed by the pace and aggression inside the courtroom of Judge Rata, especially in the earlier stages. Whenever the prosecution interrupted, the judge interjected, or courtroom pressure intensified, he sometimes looked like he would lose his train of thought or retreat from a point before fully developing it. But over the years, something changed dramatically. And now, many observers genuinely believe he has become one of the most dangerous strategic minds in the entire courtroom. Because, guys, he excites me, man. His growth. Oh my God. His wife must continue, man, please. Must continue saying love. We're not gonna do that. I don't know you like that. Me, the Ramsipil, the support that I know and the support that you possess there. No, his wife, I give her the flowers. Ma'am, I give the flowers to you because damn man. And I give the flowers to the man himself. Ramsipil, guys, the man was so respectful. Oh, he was so respectful. He still is. The moment I don't know what shifted, he decided futek. He gave me that. Now, man, whoever is close to Ramsipil and supporting him like thoroughly, you're doing a great job. Oh, you're doing a great job. You need flowers and chocolates. Yes, sis. And abazali bakhe, abazali bakaRamsipil did a great job in raising that guy because uyahlonipha nangu ubhuti. Oh, I'm glad I never gave up on this guy in a sense of in that courtroom. Because I could say, no, guys, you know what? Flowers one because if I know a good one when I see one. I know a good one when I see one, man. If ndinelihlo eli-right elibonayo ukuthi kusibani khona kungaphuma okuhle. Khona kungaphuma okuhle siyayibona lento eyenzekayo sithetha ngoRamsipil ningayikwezinye izinto siyayibona lento eyenzekayo but ninginike ama-flowers wami because ndambona ubhuti Ramsa ukuthi ubhuti is a very good strategic lawyer. I want to believe uRamsipil, a problem that he had was that he's not used to a hostile environment. He's used to professional courts. Now, when he arrived at Judge Rata, he was dealt raw there. And also, he was used to professional ethics. Ne? And now, when he was dealing with Thabo Baloyi, hey, they are always trying to ginga down. They are always sidelining you, no disclosures, this and that. Nibe ne gentleman's agreement. Ubaloyi yathi angazani naloo nto. Yabona those things. They really shocked uRamsipile because he was not used to people that work like that. He got shocked the entire time. The day he woke up from that shock, not that disbelief, he was in disbelief. In true sense, this is happening inside the court of law. This is how we have people that work like this. All the day he was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to allow them to treat me like shit. That's when he was like, Futsek, I'm going to show you amabele nyoka. And he did what, Kesan? Ubonise abantu amabele onyoka, wabonisa abantu imishado yabonina, wasaqaba wathi inkantolo le, and we are going to treat it as such. Now they are shocked to see uRamsipile that way. Ukuba vaba abantu bathi the divorce came out of nowhere. Kwenzeka loo nto kulaa courtroom. Abantu bathi the divorce came out of nowhere. That time you were here and things were happening. Ngomunye bekade sithi angiyithandi lento yenza. Angiyithandi. uRamsipile is those why is giving those spouse, not wives, spouse ezivela sithi xa zidinekile zithule. And the day back divorce, I'll believe it. Because it's done by men and women both. So give her that thing yokuthi kubekho omnye lo udivorcewayo ibinguyo wrong all this time. Mabem divorce athi I don't know what happened. She just divorced me. Or I don't know what happened. He just decided to divorce me. That time you were present and you were doing things. So he's giving that thing. Now, when you talk about Ramsipile, we talk about that guy that is like, I'm here now, fully. So things change dramatically. And now many observers genuinely believe he has become one of the most dangerous strategic minds in the entire courtroom. Now, let's talk about the early version of Ramsipile. In the beginning, Ramsipile looked like someone trying to survive the courtroom rather than dominate it. You could see excessive politeness, long pauses, over-explaining, cautious phrasing, and moments where he almost seemed intimidated by courtroom hierarchy. Now, particularly when Advocate George Baloyi pushed back aggressively, or Judge Ratha Mogoatleng interrupted sharply, Ramsipile sometimes struggled to recover rhythm. He would lose momentum, become too respectful, soften his own point, or abandon a potential powerful argument halfway. A lot of viewers interpreted that as weakness. But looking back now, it may actually have been something else. He was studying the battlefield. He was studying the battlefield, and he was like, we have time. We have time. And he knew what he was doing. What changed? Over time, Ramsipile stopped reacting emotionally to courtroom pressure. That was the turning point. Instead of becoming flustered, defending himself emotionally, or shrinking after interruptions, he began doing something extremely important in litigation. He started controlling the records. That is where his growth became obvious. Because modern criminal litigation is not just about talking. It is about preserving objections, identifying procedural irregularities, exposing contradictions, protecting appeal points, and forcing the court to confront uncomfortable issues on record. And suddenly, Ramsipile became obsessed with exactly that. And that is the Ramsipile nina manje enimbelievayo nenimthandayo. Mina kade ngihamba naye. I remember my brother Uketa would like, yeah, he's so weak, and other people. But Uketa would come for me for that, like very seriously. We understand where he was coming from and other people. But my God, I had this soft spot understanding. I don't know where it was coming from. It just means I have a supernatural eye. That Xhosa eye. I as hardcore as Xhosa women are, but I could see there is something. God, doesn't begin. Because I could see Uguti. This man, his name is Sipho. There is no way Ugogo nomkhulu no babake no tata no mamake would name him Sipho for no reason. This Sipho is gifted indeed. Look at this now. Look at where we are now. The gift is gifting. The Ramsipile gift is gifting there. Now, he learned the power of interrupting the flow. One of the biggest transformation is that he no longer allows problematic statements to simply pass by. So let's look at things. If, for instance, now, if the prosecution mischaracterizes evidence, if the judge frames something inaccurately, if a witness contradicts prior testimony, if interpretation becomes questionable, if procedure becomes irregular, Ramusipile immediately intervenes respectfully but firmly. That is a massive evolution. Earlier in the trial, he sometimes allowed momentum to move against him. Now, he stops the courtroom in its tracks. That is a confidence born from experience. Now, he became a pressure lawyer. That is who he has become now. This is one of the most important developments. Ramusipile discovered that sustained legal pressure changes courtroom dynamics. Not emotional pressure, not shouting, structured pressure. Now he repeats critical points, returns to contradictions, reopens procedural consent, forces clarity, and refuses vague answers. That persistence has become one of the biggest weapons, especially in confession disputes, interpreter controversies, statement provenance battles, cell phone evidence, and witness contradictions. The interruptions no longer destroy him. This is probably the clearest sign of growth. Earlier, interruptions broke his rhythm. Now, interruptions often strengthen him because he learned how to pause, regroup, restate, and continue the argument anyway. That is advanced courtroom composure. You can now see him absorb pressure, stay calm, and continue building the legal point piece by piece. That was not the same Ramusipile from the earlier years. He also learned the importance of judicial accountability. This is where many viewers started noticing a major shift. Ramusipile remains respectful, very respectful, but he no longer behaves as though respect means silence. That distinction matters enormously. Now, when necessary, he challenges procedural directions, questions courtroom handling, pushes back against unfair framing, and protects the defense position even when uncomfortable. Importantly, he does not usually do it emotionally. He does it methodically. That makes it harder to dismiss him. Now, why people now call him the sharpest tool? Because he evolved from reactive lawyer into strategic courtroom operator. There is a huge difference. Today, Ramusipile anticipates procedural dangers, preserves future legal arguments, watches wording carefully, identifies evidential condemnation risk, and constantly protects the integrity of the defense record. And psychologically, he no longer appears intimidated by senior prosecutors, courtroom hierarchy, interruptions, or pressure moments. That transformation is enormous. Now, the biggest thing that he learned, courtrooms are warfare of records. At first, he seemed focused on being heard. Now, he seems focused on making sure history records exactly what happened. That is a completely different level of litigation thinking because many experienced litigators understand sometimes the real victory is not today's ruling. It is preserving contradictions, exposing procedural irregularities, forcing clarity, and creating appellate pressure later. Ramusipile now litigates like someone who understands that deeply. The most important part, he never lost his respectfulness. This is critical. Many lawyers become aggressive and emotional when they gain confidence. Ramusipile did something different. He became firmer, sharper, more assertively, more fearless, without losing courtroom decorum. That balance is extremely difficult. And ironically, that restraint now gives his objections more weight because when he rises now, when he rises now, people know he probably believes something important just happened. Advocate Ramusipile's growth inside the Senzo Meyiwa trial has been one of the most remarkable courtroom evolutions in South Africa and in South Africa. Wow. Let me start. Advocate Ramsipile's growth inside the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial has been one of the most remarkable courtroom evolutions South Africans have ever watched in real time. He went from hesitant, overly strained, interruption sensitive, and sometimes overshadowed to becoming disciplined, strategically relentless, procedurally sharp, psychologically composed, and fearless in protecting the defense position. And perhaps the most dangerous part of the state now is this. He no longer appears to fear the courtroom atmosphere itself. He appears completely comfortable inside the conflict. And that is a winning game. That is our Ramsipilek right now. Guys, let's talk about it in the comment section. I want to hear your views. What are your thoughts about who advocate Ramsipilek? Because now I'm impressed. I'm impressed by Big Brother there. I am so impressed. I'm like, Putsipo, I'm impressed. I've been rooting for you. And here you are, Aunpokanga. Oh, Aunpokanga. As a result, I don't care what happens there now. All I know is that all of them have fought a good fight. I'll talk about in another video, and then Umnisi, and then Umshoro. But it was Ramsipile's Monday today. Maybe daily until Thursday, I'll be doing a video about each one of them. The growth of Ramsipile. My goodness. Yes, yes.